Hello again, gang. Welcome back to another Football Manager 2023 experiment with me, Jayhuahua. And it's been a couple of days since an experiment went out on the channel, and I know you'll be sweating with withdrawal symptoms for another one. So here we go. We're back, and been requested a couple of times in previous videos. It's about max youth rating and in Indonesia. So, man of the people, here I am, giving you people what you want. Nice, easy sim. Indonesia has got 200 max youth rating. Can they win the World Cup? Well, let's find out. In terms of competition reputation, let me get my trusty notepad. Look at this admin in the video. You love how unprepared I am, don't you? So the league is 27th. In terms of the national team, they are world ranking of 154th. So there we go. Youth rating of 200. That's all we've done. So there we go. 200 max youth rating. And we've simmed. Now, I want to jump through at regular intervals. Regular-ish. Because we're not going to stay for long during these regular intervals. But I think the league positioning and the world ranking is definitely something we want to check in on. So, at the first point of call, I'm going to jump through 30 years. 30 years is enough for players to come through, certainly. Like, key players could come through and retire in that time. So 30 years is the first protocol. So let's jump forward in our time machine and come back in 2052. So we are 30 years into the future, and we're just currently looking down at the current ability players. So Alejandro Parreño is the current best player in the world at 195, playing for Liverpool, the Spanish superstar, and, well, he's all right, isn't he? £93 million he moved from Inter Milan. He is wanted by Barcelona. He is a fully fledged Spanish international at 24 years old. Started off at Real Madrid, left for Inter, gone to Liverpool. He has done the business, and now he's wanted by Barcelona. 23 million Real Madrid sold him for. Bloody hell, Real Madrid. What are you doing? We're not going to go through everyone, but the reason I've come back is because I do want to look and see if there is any players from Indonesia in this current ability listing. It doesn't look like it to begin with. Right, so we're down at 160 and we've got absolutely sod all, so not great. But the Indonesian league is currently ranked 11th, which is up from 27th. So in 30 years, it's gone up 16 places. That's all right, isn't it? The Qatar Stars Super League is top. Sorry, the Qatar Stars League. And Persebaya, undefeated season here. Absolute boss men. Right, so in terms of current ability then, the best player in the team at 22 years old is Mr. Wender, with a current ability of 129 and a potential ability of 141. Unfortunately, Agus Saputra, with a potential ability of 162, will never get there at 29. Sad times. But the Indonesian league has gone up to 11th, which is fantastic, really. It's a great jump, and it's a start, isn't it? You don't expect anything to happen in the first 50, 60, 70 years, but we want to check in and see how things are going. So let's go and have a look at the national team then. And the national team are up in 67th. Up from 154, nearly up 100 places. And the national team itself, what's this? Oh, for God's sake. Right. So none of these players are young enough, really, to actually hit some of these dizzy heights of these potentials. Nurul Hasbi. No, he's not going to do it, is he? Jujun Supriyatna. I'm absolutely nailing all these names as well, gang. Do not come at me in the comments. Shambles of pronunciation. Look at the under-21s then. Under 23s. Nothing in the under-23s. Nothing in the under-20s. Nothing in the under-19s. Yeah, disappointing, really. Disappointing. Well, in terms of Indonesia then, they're not getting through to the World Cup qualifying section. Indonesia here, behind Japan. So they're not going to qualify. They're 6 points behind Japan. So, I don't know. So here we go then. In 2042 and 2050, they finished third in the World Cup in the group, which I think is bottom by the format. Yes, it is. Yeah, they finished bottom here of this group again against Austria and Colombia, but they are getting to the World Cup. So we have made a start, gang. Right. Well, we are in 2052. The nation's improved. The league has improved. The current best player in the team is at 151. They've got one player above 150. They've got one player above 140. They've got 3 in the 120s. Let's go another 30 years and let's see how Indonesia's getting on. And here we go then. In terms of current ability, Connor Kavanagh for Manchester United, an Irish player, 185. Lucas Cabrera for Liverpool and Marley Savoury for Liverpool. Indonesia, though, Wildan Pasaribu for Chelsea, 184 out of 184. Go on, Wildan. Wanted by United. His polygon is fantastic. He's both-footed. He's 5'6". He's quick. He's got great flair, great vision, great passing. He is star player. Last club, Seattle. So he moved for free from the Indonesian league and went to Seattle. Wildan, you traitor. But there we go. We've got one in the top 6th best player on the game in 2082. April the 24th, no less. No significance to that date. Don't know why I said no less. Well, we're down at 153s and 152s now, and we haven't got another one. So I got really excited for nothing. Indonesia are 21st in the world. Pasaribu for Chelsea. Dedi Tuasalamani for Olympique Lyonnais. I nailed that first time as well. You will see there is no hard cut. I absolutely nailed it. Fandi David, nailed it. Eko Arianto, nailed it. Benny Basri, Ilham Budu. Didn't nail that one, it's Budi. Getting cocky over here. So in terms of current ability then, look at this. 184, 151, 142, 3 in the 130s, a few in the 120s. Potential for days for some of these players. 170 over here, still at 23. Ricky Perwanto, he could get there. Probably won't get there. Under 23s. 139. Surya Pratama. Nothing in the under 20s. Nothing in the under 19s. Oh, God, it starts so well and then you just get so demoralised by it all. Right, in terms of competitions then, overview. You've won 2 Asian Cups. Most recently, there we go, 2066-67, and they are the current holders, beating China in the final. Indonesia, we are making a movement. They came runner-up here against South Korea. Oh, I'm rhyming. Look at this, listen to this poem. That's it. There's no more to the poem. Runner-up here against South Korea. What a poem it was, eh? Southeast Asian Football Championship, Under-20 Asian Nations Cup. When did they win them? 2078, 2074. Oh, the Under-20 Asian Nations Cup. They are absolutely taking it apart. And if it's happening again now, it should be happening in a minute. Competitions then. And the World Cup. The World Cup. Oh, well. Look at this. Third in the group. Lost to Colombia in the second round. They got through. Lost to Peru in the third round. Third in the group. Cape Verde in the second round. Third in the group. Lost to Denmark in the quarter-final after extra time. And in 2082, second in World Cup Group M. Alphabetically. We've not even checked in on the league. It was 11th. It's now 12th. Oh dear. Persebaya have absolutely dominated. For a team that never seemed to have won it, we're going to go back to 2008-2009. Persebaya have absolutely taken it apart in these years. In terms of potential ability, they've got some good players. They do have some good players. Iranian, those top 2 players, unfortunately. Not Indonesian. We are 60 years in the future. We have, of course, got 150 years to get through. We've gone 30. We are going to go another 40 before the final 50. But before we jump through those 40, you thought you were going to get away with a video without me begging for subscribers. Well, you're wrong, because here I am begging. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you like this kind of content or other experiments, there's loads on the channel. Drop a like on this and go and watch some others. And any ideas yourself, drop them in the comments. Let's go through 40 more years. And look at this, Sandy Rumbayek, the 3rd best player in the world, playing for everyone's favourite team, PSG. And there he is. Let's have a look at him. Oh, go on, Sandy. His last club was Sep in the Brazilian First Division. £25 million they got for him. Again, Persebaya actually made 20.5 million from him. Fair play. Indonesian First League. They have still been winning, but Persipura have come back through. We're all over the place. As usual, gang. As usual. You know the score by now. 187, the third best player in potential ability. I apologise. He's the fifth best player on the game. Another player for Liverpool. Liverpool have got Vicente Rodriguez. Every time we come back, the best player in the world plays for bloody Liverpool. Mikkelsen. Come on, FM. Eko Hartono for Barcelona. We've got two Indonesian. The first nation to have two in this list. Then it goes to England, who then get a third. But we've got two. Let's have a look at Eko Hartono. Good little centre-back. 5'7", though. Probably play more at left-back. Great at tackling. Good pace. All right at crossing and dribbling. I think I'd play him left-back just because of his height. 6 jumping reach. Last transfer fee, £104 million. Persipura got £12 million for him, and then Barcelona paid 104. Besiktas did well there. That's business for you, that is. £92 million profit. Another one! Erwin Tanbatina. 167 out of 170. We're getting players in this top list now. Another one here. Gusti Hidayat at Real Madrid. Go on, Gusti. 37 years old as well. What's his potential? 181. Right, we're going to look at Indonesia, who are 11th. 11th in the world. And the competitions. And so in terms of the competitions, we were last here in 2082, and they lost to South Africa in the second round. They finished third in the group in 2086. They lost to Germany in the second round in 2090. Third in the group here. We're going backwards. Second round against Croatia. Third round against Argentina. Third in the group, 2106. Lost to Chile in the third place playoff. Won against Holland in the third place playoff. We've come fourth and third. Like I'm Indonesian. I am for this experiment. Lost to Croatia in the second round and currently first in Group E. Alphabetisation. Arsenal's best friend. So we've come third. We've got a third. We've got eight Nations Cups. And as I said, 11th overall. The Indonesian league then is now down at 18th. This is infuriating me how the league's dropping off the face of the earth. But the national team is doing business. Third. A fourth place. The following tournament, a third place. Then we lost in one of the random rounds. Now we're first in the group. Alphabetisation. But we're first in the group. We've got 50 more years to go. Just go. See what happens. 22 hours and 19 minutes this simulation has been, and we are back in 2178. And for all you maths wizards out there, yes, that's 156 years. Why? Because I left it simming and thought, well, I said, yeah, 150 years in the future, but I might as well just come through. So, shortlist. Let's have a look then. Current ability. 2 here. Didik Prayitno and Sayufil Wiceknesano. Apologies to those fellas if you're watching. I butchered those names. Barcelona and Real Madrid, respectively. Couple more here. Barcelona and Real Madrid as well. Barcelona are doing really well for the Indonesian lads. 2 of them. One here for Fenerbahce, Indonesian. Indonesian at United. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited, gang. Let's have a look at the league first. The Indonesian league is back up at 11th. We started out at 27th. We're now up at 11th. And look at this. Persebaya, their era of domination is over. Bali United, Persipura has come through. Oh, yes. Equal 13th. Equal 13th doesn't sound great. And it's not great. We were 11th. Lost in the World Cup second round to England in 21-22. After being top of the group for ages. Getting to the World Cup every single time, and again, losing to Germany on penalties in the second round in 21-26. Cameroon this time, 2-0 second round. A resounding 4-0 against Portugal in the World Cup quarter-final. But we've only gone and done it in 21-38. Look at this. With only conceding 2 goals in the tournament, starting off with a 0-0 against Ukraine, then beating the Gambia 2-0. Following that up with a World Cup second round win, 1-0 against Iran with Ricky Setaiwan. Yeah, that's how you say that. Croatia 2-1. Mohamed Nasution and Ricky Setaiwan again. Ricky Setaiwan has been on fire this tournament against Turkey in the quarterfinals. It was Mohamed Pamungus and Anis Amiruddin 2-0. The semi-final against Spain saw Mohamed Nasution getting 2 more and Anis Amiruddin again on the score sheet. And against France in the final, going 1-0 down with Yves Ndong, putting France ahead, but Mohamed Nasution once again with a brace and Wahyu Irawan with the third, rounding it off, and Indonesia won the bloody World Cup in 21-38. It only took 116 years. Mohamed Nasution, who played for PSG for a lot of his career, retired at 38. 21-38, Indonesia wins the World Cup. And they lost the third place playoff against Brazil in 21-42. Didn't even make it out the group. 21-46. Oh dear. Third round against Mexico. Second round against Morocco. I think we've peaked, gang. Third round against Spain. Quarterfinal against Brazil. Quarterfinal against Brazil again. Deja vu. Quarterfinal against Brazil again. I mean, the tension's gone. The drama's gone. We've won the World Cup. Do we just want to see if we won it again? 5-0 lost to Norway. 21-74. And 21-78. We have not played in the World Cup yet. Nor will we, because the experiment's over. But there is a World Cup to their name. The lads of the 21-38 class of Indonesian talent have a World Cup to their name and have gone down in folklore, I assume. I don't know. But in terms of World Cups then, shall we have a look at who's won them over the years? We started off in present day with Croatia winning in Qatar, beating USA in the final, followed up by Spain and then a couple for France. Kylian Mbappe probably doing some work there. Argentina got a couple back-to-back. Unfortunately, no World Cup for Lionel Messi in this alternate reality. Turkey, Italy, Germany, Holland, Belgium, Holland, and then we're going up. Anyone unusual? I mean, England took a while to win it. 140 years England took the World Cup, and then 2 come along at bloody once, eh? Like a bus in England. How topical. Topical? Oh, I don't know. It's late. And there we are, Indonesia beating France in the 21-38 World Cup. Absolute scenes, fabulous stuff. And England have won a few more on the way. But the question on everyone's lips, of course, we've clicked on the England page and you know what's coming. Yeah, get your dabbers out. Get your bingo cards out. It's time for Ralph Hasenhüttl. Sarri, Pioli, Valverde, Van Nistelrooy. And there he is, gang, in 2036. He teased me. He bloody teased me, but Ralph's there. He's only gone and snuck himself in 21-38. He retired at 72, which, when would that have been? I don't know when his date of birth is. When was Ralph born? I feel like I should know this. Born in 1967, so he retired at 72, which would be 2039. And he was sacked as England manager, and that was one of his last things. He was sacked. He had a brief spell in charge of England. And then he went to Austria between 2038 and 2040 before he hung up his managerial boots. The managers wear boots. Hung up his jacket. There we go. Hung up his jacket. Ralph, thank you for making these videos what they are, Ralph. We'd be nothing without you, would we, on this channel? Right then, gang, we are done with this experiment. We won it. We won the World Cup in 21-38. Oh, and there was much rejoicing. Hallelujah. What an absolute fantastic experiment this was. Very simple. It was just max youth rating. Like I said earlier, anything you'd like to see, please do drop it in the comments down below. I am very receptive to ideas, and I do try and factor them in. This has been on the horizon for ages. I simmed this a long time ago, and to be honest, I was just getting sick of seeing 150 save game files in my current save game folder. Every time I was doing an experiment, just had this there. So, yeah, I wanted to get through it. Has the dynamic youth rating gone down for Indonesia, I hear you ask? What a great question that is. Let's go and have a quick look before we finish this off. It has. It's down to 178, so it does go down. Dynamic youth rating does go down as well as up. Very interesting. But that will do. Thank you very much for watching. Please do drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go and check out some of the other videos that are coming up at the end of this in the playlist. And go and see the Oldham days where we're having an absolute bloody great time in the championship. Let me tell you that. See you soon. Take care. That was very aggressive, wasn't it?